Yes, I'm here with Christian this afternoon. We've been talking about things, haven't we, Christian, again?
Yeah, we've been talking about Terry Thomas. Hello, everybody.
Well, Terry Thomas was only a little bit of our conversation. You know, I sent you photographs of a building that's in Iceland, which is right where the volcanoes are emptying. You can see it in the picture. You saw that, didn't you? That was crazy.
Yeah, it looks like it's been half buried by the actual movement of whatever's coming out of the old volcano.
Yeah, and they haven't even mentioned that. They don't mention all those buildings here or a castle here. And then this is on Iceland. And then we did the bit where we found more train stations that have disappeared. One's in Croydon, and that disappeared in the 1800s. And there was another one up in Oldham. So we did that, and then I just happened to see this bit of footage on Terry Thomas, and the person I think that he totally resembles is Anthony Hopkins. Even though this person died in the 90s, but we're going to play this video, and then Christian's and I are going to talk a little bit. So, but I'm looking at it, and to me it's just Anthony Hopkins. That's all I see now. Oh, very quickly, because you can't see this bit, Christian. He's going to, in a moment, he's going to kiss her hand. And that's not real either. I mean, that could be Anthony Hopkins made up. They just make him look older. I don't know how they do it. As we've been talking, we've got telephones with no wires. If they can do all that with telephones, then imagine what they can do with photography.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Right, he's going to kiss her hand now. And then when I show you the footage, you'll see he's not kissing her hand. It's all fake. So here we go, he's going to bend down. I've done it in slow motion so we can see it. Right, and then I stop the video. Look at that. She's got black lines around her hand. He's got a line around his thumb. And he is not kissing her hand. He's obviously kissing someone's hand, but not hers. They put her hand in over the top. Look at that. It's ridiculous. And then you look at it all and you think, he's not really in that room. Oh, the whole thing. I just don't get it. This is why I could never go to the cinema anymore, because I'd be going, look, it's fake, it's all fake. They didn't film that, look, it's all fake. I'd see it, imagine seeing it in a cinema. Cool. Anyway, he's kissing her hand, and that's not right. Not right, not right, not right. I hope everybody can see that. I'll just show you. So, I don't even think that, I know that there's a woman there, but she looks like she's superimposed. I mean, look at the shadows of her. She's not there. Because that's what happens is, even if we're different colours, when you have a video, it doesn't come out like that. And when you watch their videos, you can see everybody's different colours, which just wouldn't happen. It's because they've made it.
Yeah, we do know that nowadays actors can do their part, and then later on they're spliced together, aren't they? So they're put together on a later day.
Yeah, this person it's supposed to be his wife. And she's supposed to be cleaning his monocle now, because that's what he wears, a monocle or glasses or whatever she's got there. And you can see that she's not in the same perspective as him. Anyway, all she's going is, I want him to get better. Look at that, Anthony Hopkins. There's Anthony Hopkins on the left. That is Anthony Hopkins. It's got the same nose and everything, Christian.
The resemblance is totally uncanny. I mean, it's like they're related. They're either like cousins or distant brothers or shared same family.
I can't stand Anthony Hopkins. I can't stand him anymore because he's in so many things. You can see it's him.
Shared same family.
You know, I never would have said that actor, Terry Thomas, looked like Anthony Hopkins. This is supposedly what he's living in. It looks horrible. Him and his wife are living in a room. They've got no money. Few objects. It just looks horrible. But it's all an act, isn't it? Got toothpicks there and some medicine, which you can see we're passing. The difference with him is he's got a gap down the middle of his teeth. But that is Anthony Hopkins made up to look like him. Why? What do you think they are, Christian?
I don't know. I think that they're either distantly related, because when you're looking at the picture that you've produced here, I mean, you can say that, yeah, that's Anthony Hopkins, but the time difference, you've got a difference of at least 30 years, and he starred in a lot of early films. I mean, to do as many films, if you're thinking that Anthony Hopkins done all of them films, then Anthony Hopkins has got to be at least 100.
It's crazy. Yeah, carry on.
But yeah, the resemblance is uncanny. So they're either related by blood or bloodline, you know, and share a similar DNA. But to be so closely associated in that time frame, where the way he looks at that age, there's a point where Anthony Hopkins is an absolute replica of that picture that you're showing. So the only thing that I can suggest, they're either related or they're clones, or they've taken a clone of Terry Thomas and produced Anthony Hopkins.
You think that they're some kind of clone, and that's what people say, or people say lizard people, or it goes on the list of what people think they are, because they can obviously see it in the footage and don't have an explanation for it. But because I slowed the footage down for such a long time, I just see cartoons. And Anthony Hopkins is acting really, really well at the moment.
Like I said to you, I've come across it myself, where you've got actors, and it's the same sort of time frame again, around about 30 years. You know, like I said to you about Christopher Lambert and Thomas Jane. When you look
and I think there's a different woman who's actually really at a distance. It's a different woman that's looking after him to the close-up. Anyway, this is Terry Thomas a bit earlier on. Maybe that one was done in the 90s. This one's done in the 70s. And when I look at that, all I see is Anthony Hopkins.
Very strange, isn't it?
Yeah, I just put a box round a part of his head, because in the footage I can see a white line. When we get to that bit, I'll show you where he's been superimposed in. So I've got this little box. There we go. Look, we're back on Anthony Hopkins. The only difference is he's got a gap in his tooth, which Anthony Hopkins doesn't have, but I'm sure they can, if they can do all this, then they do the rest. I just think it's absolutely amazing that he looks so like Anthony Hopkins. Not just a little bit. Like when I sent you the picture, you can see it. Just that's Anthony Hopkins.
Twin brothers, isn't it?
But like you said, how can it be? This was done in the 70s, but I suppose they can do anything with this technology. They're lying. Because I was watching Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and you know when the child catcher turns up and captures the children? Well, I slowed the footage down, and what it was is you could see that the little girl appears in the trap. So maybe they decided not to put the children in because it wasn't a very good thing, so they filmed it separately and then stuck it all together. But they were able to do that in the 1960s, superimpose her in. So they didn't just have that in the 1960s, they had it before. So we are stupid if we don't realise that they have manipulated everything since day one with anything you're seeing on the screen. They have the technology.
We only know about Photoshop in the modern day, but apparently it was done a long, long time ago, and we don't really know how advanced they've managed to push the barriers out, so to speak. So there's been a lot of what you call super animation, superimposing. You know, we know about it from the 50s and 60s, if not even the 40s. So
that channel I watched where he said Bing Crosby played Hitler and other people were playing Hitler. You know, even maybe Disney, the Disney guy, he was playing him, and you're like, what? That was like the 1920s, the 1930s.
Yes.
And then he did this whole video where there's two blokes talking, and they're actually other actors. You know, he's saying, that one's Frank Sinatra, that one's Dean Martin. And then I couldn't believe that Dean Martin was the spitting image of Gene Kelly. Oh my God, that really upset me. They're the same person, Gene Kelly and Dean Martin.
Wow. I haven't come across that one yet.
Oh my god, it's on his video, and then he didn't want me showing his video, so I had to take it off. Anyway, what it is, we just got to this bit. On the footage, you can see a white line which goes across the top of his head, so all this has been superimposed in. When you look at it, you can just see it's Anthony Hopkins. It's all superimposed in.
There's definitely a remarkable resemblance between this picture and some of other Anthony Hopkins pictures. The resemblance is uncanny, but when you see Terry Thomas at an early age,
there you go. Look, you can
tell
see there's a box in his. There's a box around his eyes. It's because it's soup. This is someone else. I don't know how they do it. And also, they always have really high foreheads. Biden had one. Has one. This person's got one. When you actually take out their head, you realise how high their forehead is, which you're not noticing when it's running.
Yeah, you don't spot that so much in the older films.
I don't like it. It makes me want to scream. It really does, because everybody seems to be a version of someone else all the time.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've come across it a few times now, and it is kind of eerie, when you keep seeing it from one decade to another.
There's about 10 of you then, Christian. 10 of me floating around somewhere. I don't believe that. I don't know. There's probably someone that looks quite like you in the world.
Well, yeah, I've come across it myself where I've tapped somebody on the shoulder thinking it was my brother. So I've come across it in real life. It's eerie.
Anyway, this whole point about this video, we've got another 4 minutes to go, was that even if he isn't Anthony Hopkins, he looks very like Anthony Hopkins. Like how Anthony Hopkins is bloody everywhere.
Well, from this picture and the angle, you would say, naturally, it's Anthony Hopkins portraying a part in a film.
And the timing's out then, isn't it? Because this was 1976, and Anthony Hopkins is still alive, but he would have been a younger actor superimposed in. I see it all the time.
Yeah. I mean, I think Anthony Hopkins today is 83 years old, so there's a bit of a difference between the age gap.
Yeah, at the end of this, I'm just going to show a couple of pictures of him, because we'll do that in a minute, about who else he looks like, who is dead now, supposedly. I mean,
Well,
I just never realised they were doing it. Like, they had him, what's his name? Rutger
Hauer.
And he had a hand up on his chin. When I looked at it at stops mode, his hand's about twice the size it should be. But nobody noticed. Because they've stuck that in, pretending that his head is leaning on his hand when it isn't. Why did they have to do that? Why couldn't we have just seen his face? Why did they have to see... This is why they're laughing, because I think that they're always trying to get one over on us the whole time. And so they do what they do to see if we notice it. People like me and Alex and you Alex on Facebook, we notice these things. Amy notices it, but other people don't. And they don't see it when it's playing.
Well, I mean, you know what my opinion is. I'm not so sure about it, but I'd say that we know that cloning's now 40 years old.
40? No, nearly 100 years old, at least. If Bing Crosby's playing Hitler, and so is Walt Disney, and all these things are going on.
Yeah, it's, to me, I mean, it's almost like they've done a clone of Terry Thomas, minus the teeth gap, isn't it? Minus the tooth gap.
Except he has different hair, doesn't he? Because he has his hair brushed back off his head. Do you see how big his forehead is? I don't know, his head just doesn't look right once you take his face. The face doesn't fit in the head. But Terry Johnson has his hair brushed up, that 1940s look. And the other one doesn't have his hair like that. Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah, it's a different style.
Yeah, but it's still the same person. They've got exactly the same. It just makes me want to. I don't like it. I don't like it. Where we get a video, we've got nothing on there. Hang on, there we go. We're back with Anthony Hopkins. There it is. That's just finishing out now. We've only got like about 10-15 seconds of this, but I just want to look at a couple of the pictures of Root, which is actually Hopkins, but now you can see Root Hooger in him. Anyway, this one's finishing. I'm sorry. That looks quite like Anthony Hopkins. I'm sorry, it just does to me anyway. You saw it, didn't you?
Eerily like.
Yeah, eerily. Right, so anyway, that's the end of that video. That's just finishing. I think hopefully everybody can see it. What was his name again? Rutger
Hauer.
Right, everybody knows who he is, don't they? Here he is, Anthony Hopkins. There he is. There he is in Anthony Hopkins, because he is Anthony Hopkins.
King's tablets, you know, there's fiction written in everything, because of the dualistic world that we live in, the balance keepers, you know, chucking it out there to try and match the balance, you know, or to restore a certain amount of balance. You know, we're trying to find the truth, but we haven't got a tutor or a light showing us the way. We're having to research it ourselves, step by step by step.
It's one of the parts Anthony Hopkins took was playing him. Of course, as an actor, he's supposed to be dead now. There he is. This is Root. I really liked him as an actor at the time. You can see that's Root Hooger there. Disgusting, isn't it? Oh look, there's another one. It's disgusting, isn't it? Look at that one there. There you go. Root Hooger is one of his roles. It's disgusting, Christian.
Well, I think Rutger Hauer was Scandinavian, one of the
Supposed to
Scandinavian.
be. But don't forget, he's just acting that part. He's got, whoever this person is, he's got no soul. I mean, it might be that they just use his face and put him in. Once you realise that he's Rut Hooger, there's another one over here. Look at that one. That one. It's disgusting. Anyway, we're finishing the video now. So what's your end of video thoughts, Christian?
Well, my end of video thoughts is that some of the actors now portray themselves more than once in one film, don't they? So
Here's
that's
another
telling
one.
you something.
Every time I look at Anthony Hopkins, all I see is Rut Hooger. Imagine
Well, my initial thoughts would be that some of these are related closer than what we know. You know, it's like...
How can he look like Terry Thomas and Rut Hooger and loads of other people? We don't realise what we're looking at on the television. We just don't.
Precisely.
We just don't know what we're looking at. So we go back to this picture here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look up Rut Hooger. What's his name?
Rutger Hauer.
That's it, Rutger Hauer. I never say his name right. He's Rut Hooger to me. Right, let's look up Rut Hooger. How do you spell it? How do you spell his name?
H-A-U.
H-A-U-G-E-R. I'll put R Hooger at the beginning. Oh, it doesn't show him.
H-A-U-E-R. Hauer.
H-U-R-E-R. Alright, Hooger. Oh, it's still not. I haven't taken the G out. Whoops. Take that out? No, that's not right. Rut. I spell Rut. R-U-T. Oh, there you are. Rut. It's Rutger Hauer. Rutger Hauer. Yeah. The same person. It's just hard to believe that he is the same person. Let's find there's the one with the big hands. Like, oh, I've got to do this. Hang on. Look at the size of his hands compared to his head. Sorry, I don't think that looks right. That was the picture I found. His nose is a bit different than Anthony Hopkins, but that's still the same person. I don't know how they do it. What, a latex face mask or something? I don't know.
Yeah, surprising how long that's been around, isn't it? The latex face mask, more often used these days.
Yeah. Anyway, I just think that is Anthony Hopkins as well. It's
a bit like Sleepy Joe Biden, isn't it? One day he's got all his marbles, the next day he hasn't got his marbles. Is it somebody wearing a latex face mask?
It's a cartoon. I keep telling you, they're all cartoons. Anyway, we finished now, Christian. Anything else you want to say?
No, that's fine. So I'll say bye-bye to everybody. Bye-bye.
Oh, thank you for helping me. Don't go, though. Anyway, thanks for helping me. Christian. Anyway, thanks, Christian.
Okay, bye-bye.